Today, we're going to be talking about how to rank #1 inside ChatGPT search, which is their new search engine. Huge news in the SEO industry. And today, we're going to be talking about, okay, what does it mean? How can you rank? What do you need to do to optimize to make sure that you have a high chance of getting traffic or sales from ChatGPT and its search feature? Now, we're going to be testing out. I'm going to be showing you real examples, real proven case studies of what actually works. Because, for example, you've already got 200 people active weekly on ChatGPT. If this continues to scale and more people use ChatGPT instead of Google, and it provides a better user experience and better information than the SERPs existing on Google, then then ChatGPT's market share for ChatGPT search is going to improve massively. Now, what I would say as well, if you're a website owner or a business owner, this is also a huge opportunity for you. I mean, like, for example, what I've seen is even websites that have been de-indexed or banned from Google are actually ranking fairly well inside ChatGPT. And there's also no ads inside here. Right? So if we just go inside ChatGPT here, we'll click on search the web, which is a new feature. And if we type something like best restaurant New York, the power of this, the amazing, what's great about this, especially as a local business owner, is there's no ads here. So you're just competing organically, which means that people can't shortcut you. Now that may change. I don't know if ChatGPT are going to launch ads anytime soon, but I do know that is an opportunity for you right now if you want to get more customers, more traffic to your local business. So let's get into the actionable stuff on what's working right now. So if we type in something like a best SEO training Honiton directly into ChatGPT over here, you can see that I'm mentioned right here. Now, the important thing to note here is that if you're trying to rank inside ChatGPT, you're not necessarily trying to get traffic to your website. You're not necessarily trying to get customers to click directly to your site. In fact, I think the chances of that are pretty slim. Like if you look at the UI, the actual button to click on the source over here is almost camouflaged in with the dark mode background of ChatGPT. It's almost impossible to click it, right? Unless you're really looking out for it. And so I don't think that actually is going to appeal to people, but I will show you something that stands out massively inside the search that will help you get a lot more traffic to your business and get more customers. For example, if we go into ChatGPT like so, I'm going to say, okay, best restaurants in London, something like that, right? And you can actually see it has like an autocomplete section here, which is quite interesting for keyword research because you can get some ideas for keywords based on what is recommended inside these. So if we put best restaurants in, and it will give you a bunch of ideas like best restaurants in my city for a date night, or best restaurants in Chicago for deep dish pizza. If you've allowed it inside the permissions, it will actually figure out, okay, there's your location, and these are some of the best options around you. Now, the other thing that I would say, if you look at these particular examples, so if you look at what's ranking, so for example, like this restaurant or this one or this one, what you can see here is that the reviews play a huge part in actually getting ranked, right? Location and views. Now, if you're wondering, okay, where do those reviews get sourced from? I would imagine, and I'm not 100% sure on this, but I would imagine that it actually comes from Google. Now, I'm going to try asking, if we go on the sources here, we'll try and have a look and see what's going on. Where do these reviews come from? And it actually says the reviews for each restaurant are sourced from Google Maps. And so even if people favored ChatGPT for Google, well, actually, you can see inside that ChatGPT is sourcing a lot of its data directly from Google anyway. And so this is still super relevant. If you want to rank highly, for example, in local search, then you need a lot of reviews. Where do you get the reviews placed? On Google Maps, right? And so they're kind of intertwining it. But reviews play a huge part in local SEO. Like, I don't think you're going to find any restaurants on this list that don't have reviews, right? Now, another thing some SEOs will be anticipating is that Bing.com matches ChatGPT search, right? Now, if we compare these two, because obviously Microsoft owns part of ChatGPT, it uses ChatGPT to power its results directly inside Bing. So let's see, okay, do the SERPs match what's on ChatGPT? And what I've actually found is that that's not necessarily the case. So for example, if we go into ChatGPT here, you can see it's given us a list of sources and it's sourced most of that from one or two places. Whereas if you go into Bing here, you can see that the first page of Google is sourcing a Medium article, as you can see, and then it's also sourcing a LinkedIn article as well. And so the results can be quite different from the results from ChatGPT. Just because they're powered by the same sort of engine doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have the same results. Here's what's worth testing. Here's what's interesting as well. With ChatGPT 4.0, you can see I've hit a limit for using GPT-4 today. But if we actually go inside ChatGPT, let's say you want to use O1 Preview, which is the latest model of G, the most advanced at reasoning, etc. You can actually see that search is grayed out here. Now, if we type in, for example, best SEO speakers, it's not using ChatGPT search to generate responses. Where GPT-4 is what tends to power the search engine from ChatGPT, which I believe is the same one powering Microsoft Bing as well. So even though they're powered by the same AI model, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have the same results. Now, if we actually look at the SERPs as well, one thing that I've noticed is that DR0, so brand new websites like this one, I created literally probably about 72 hours ago, ranks inside Google for its target keyword. However, inside the results don't seem to get updated that quickly. So if we type in the same search query directly inside ChatGPT, it doesn't seem to rank like DR0 websites or relatively new websites inside the SERPs, but it will rank what's ranking number two. Now, part of me thinks that maybe it's because it's a news website. Part of me thinks it's because it has no backlinks and no authority. And additionally, it may be because ChatGPT's data is not that up to date versus Google's, right? Google has like an instant index where it can source like brand new websites created within 24 hours. ChatGPT may not be able to do that, even though it does state it searches in real time. The other thing to note here is like ChatGPT is sourcing information. It's not paying publishers as far as I know, whereas Google is paying publishers to create content. So even though ChatGPT sources content from other websites and doesn't really link obviously to the sources, as you can see, it's just grayed out right there, publishers are not getting rewarded. Whereas if you look on Google, publishers are actually getting rewarded because they can monetize their content with ads. And also the links are way more obvious. Now, what's also interesting is that, for example, if we look at a keyword that Forbes is ranking pretty well for, so getting 1 million traffic for the keyword who is winning the election, Forbes is ranking really well. Now, if you actually go inside ChatGPT here and we search the exact same keyword, it looks like the big brands are not necessarily dominating the SERPs in the same way that they do on Google. So, for example, if you go on Google, LinkedIn, Reddit, Medium, Forbes, all absolutely dominating the SERPs. I don't see that happening so much inside ChatGPT, and I think that's a good opportunity for small publishers to get more brand mentions. So we've talked about, for example, like how to rank with YouTube SEO and my automation. I've actually created a whole step-by-step SOP based on what's working for me. Additionally, if you want to learn, right, how do you rank number one inside AI search engines, I've created an actionable SOP for that. Additionally, if you want to learn, okay, how do you create AI SEO content that ranks inside ChatGPT based on what I've shown you works today, feel free to get that. And additionally, if you want to learn exactly how to build websites like, for example, chipbirds.com, I've created a case study and SOP breakdown, as you can see right here. Additionally, with all the notes from today, I've organized that into a really actionable game plan, like you can see right here, if you want to follow it step by step or your team want to, so that you can stay ahead of the curve when it comes to ranking inside ChatGPT search, because the game is changing and SEO basically changed overnight this week. So if you want to get all of those notes, what I'm actually going to do is I will plug that directly inside my free SEO community. You can get that link in the comments description. And if you just go to the classroom over here, then go to this section right here. All of this is free. You can join for free. Plus, there's an amazing community of people in here, and there's loads of training, as you can see. We'll add a new page called How to Rank Number One with ChatGPT Search. And if you want access to the video notes, you can get them right there. Feel free to get that link in the comments description to that free AI SEO community. We've got over 700 people inside there, loads of cool stuff, loads of freebies, etc. Feel free to get that. And if you're like, this is amazing, but I just want someone else to do it for me, then feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session, link in the comments description. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month, generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. Feel free to book that in on this free link building acceleration session. You'll get a free SEO domination plan, discover the secrets of link building, we'll answer any questions you have. You'll learn the basic link building strategy for your website, plus how to outrank your competitors for link building, and to 10x your SEO traffic based on what's working for us. Feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching as always. See you on the next one. Bye bye.